It was a bad way to end the series. However, the Chicago White Sox took 3 of 4 games against the Athletics in Oakland and outscored the A's 32-17 during the 4 game series. The weekend was full of some dramatics and lopsided outcomes, as well as a return of sorts by Tony La Russa. The White Sox have an off day on Monday before hosting the Colorado Rockies.
You are Locked On White Sox, your daily Chicago White Sox podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, Sox fans, welcome to Locked On White Sox. Thank you for making Locked On White Sox your first listen each and every day. We're free and available on all platforms. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Locked On Sox. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Locked On White Sox. Hey, I'm your host, Nick Morawski, a lifelong diehard Chicago White Sox fan, recording this podcast just blocks from the ballpark in beautiful Bridgeport. You can find me on Twitter at Nick_GGTB. Really appreciate you letting me steal some of your time to talk White Sox. Locked On White Sox is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Johnny Cueto is only human, and the Sox defense continues to disappoint. Friday and Saturday saw 2 different games with similar results, and it's Tony La Russa watch once again. However, this time he actually made a return. The state of the Sox, 72-69, 2.5 games back in the AL Central, chasing the Cleveland Guardians with 21 games left on the schedule. The Chicago White Sox, under the careful care of Miguel Cairo, are 9-4 with a 32 plus 32 run differential. It's not just the offense, but also the pitching that's been impressive over the last 10 days or so. It's been the total package with this White Sox team, aside from sloppy defense here and there, which has been unfortunately happening the entire season. It's been a different White Sox team, and we keep hearing that word different. Winning games that you have no business winning is necessary at times, especially in September with so much on the line. It has to build confidence in a way unlike the 14-2 beatdown on Thursday. Friday was a game where we were all ready to dismiss it and say, well, maybe, we'll just get them tomorrow. But the A's are a team you beat. They are bad. They have essentially given up, and you do not fall to a team that has essentially packed it in for the year. You beat them, don't apologize, and move on. Sox finally did that in Oakland. A couple of lopsided victories, then unfortunately a clunker on Sunday to end the series. However, the White Sox took 3 of 4 in Oakland. It's been problematic for the Sox over the years. The Sox went 5-2 on the West Coast trip. However, Minnesota could not help the White Sox at all. Sox are going to have to do it themselves. You can't expect any help from anybody else. So the Sox have an off day on Monday and then get back to business. But we got to talk about Friday. We're going to go through these games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Friday was absolutely amazing. If you went to bed and you said, you know what, this is over, the Sox are lifeless, I'm going to check in on them maybe Saturday morning. No one's going to blame you. And what you woke up to, you were in shock. Thankfully, I stayed up for this one. I was ready to call it quits. I just didn't think anything was going to happen with this team. And you know what? Hey, they had a good run. We'll get them on Saturday. But wow, what a way to end it. Sox won 5-3. Lucas Giolito started the game. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, a couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. His ERA sits now at 5.18 through 96 pitches. I mean, he didn't pitch terribly, but there was no offense whatsoever. So when Oakland scored 3 runs, especially after what happened on Thursday, where it was 14-2, you're saying to yourself, how are we allowing Oakland to score any runs this early in the game? How are the Sox not able to score anything after what they did on Thursday? Sox bullpen on Friday, which was really good Friday and Saturday. It featured Kelly, Ruiz, Hendricks. They threw 3 innings, only gave up 1 hit, 0 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. The offense, wow. Sox scored all 5 runs in the top of the 9th inning. An amazing inning. In the West Coast trip, we saw a lot of that. There was a game, half of a game really, in Seattle, where the Sox kind of had no business of winning that game, and they came away with a winner. Sox were lifeless on Friday up until the 9th. Then the spark was an Eloy Jimenez solo home run, his 3rd in 3 games. How great has Jimenez been? He is exciting and fun to watch as a designated hitter. You do not see him playing out in the left field. Sox hopefully are getting smart there. White Sox kept grinding in that inning, manufacturing a pair of runs. And then the emotional comeback was topped off by an Elvis Andrus 2-run double, and Liam Hendricks getting his 32nd save. Elvis Andrus, on facing his old team in the Friday win, quote, "One of the good benefits of playing your old team is I know a lot of the tendencies of the pitchers, especially Puck. I've been behind him a lot, and I know how he approaches hitters in different situations. So I had my plan, and I was really glad that he threw me the fastball there, and I was able to put a good swing on it." Elvis Andrus in the series, again, this was a homecoming for him. He was 6 for 18, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs in this 4-game series. He has been amazing in that top spot, playing some good defense as well. This was Liam Hendricks after Friday's emotional win. Quote, "It helps that we're in a position to win a division right now, which I think anybody in this clubhouse will tell you that we don't really deserve based on that first couple of months. Games like this are the ones that really can either turn the season around or completely derail a season. And this is something that hopefully will get us to get over the hump and continue to move forward." Here's Liam Hendricks on Miguel Cairo after Friday's game. "As far as winning percentages, he's the winningest manager in White Sox history," right? A lot of love for Miguel Cairo from the players. This was Cairo himself summing up the team's 9-inning effort in one word: resilience. Quote, "They don't give up." That's the phrase that Tony uses, never give up. And that's what we're using right now. Never give up in 27 outs. Well, you know, Tony La Russa might have talked about that, but the results were just not there with him on a consistent basis. Miguel Cairo is getting the results without Tim Anderson and basically without Luis Robert. Giolito pitched in that Friday game. Again, it wasn't a terrible outing by Giolito, but it probably wasn't up to the standards that he holds himself to. Giolito is a guy we're going to be talking about quite a bit these last 21 games, especially when the White Sox clinch the AL Central. Not if, but when. The White Sox are on a mission. Then Lance Lynn is one of the players leading the charge. I'm going to tell you why the vibes are different and should not be tampered with. More on that in a moment. As you gear up for fall, you need the right people on your team to help your small business fire on all cylinders. LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. Then add your job and the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring so your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on the candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to hire and interview. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedonMLB. That's linkedin.com/lockedonMLB to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. How about Saturday? It was game 3 in the Oakland series, lopsided win for our White Sox, a 10-2. Coming into the game, it was noted that Lance Lynn was the only pitcher in White Sox history with 70 plus strikeouts and 5 or fewer walks over a 10-game span. Lance Lynn, he delivered on Saturday. It was his 4th quality start in a row. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 0 earned runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. He's got his ERA at 4.07. He threw 107 pitches. The bullpen was solid once again on Saturday. Jimmy Lambert, Diekman, and Ruiz gave you 3 innings, 0 hits, and 4 strikeouts. A lot of offense on Saturday, much kind of like on Thursday, that game 1 of the series. What I really enjoyed was in the 7th inning, White Sox were up 7-2. They had bases loaded and nobody out. And, you know, the Sox could have gone quietly, and they were about to, but they continued to pour it on. Jose Abreu, unfortunately, grounded into a double play. We've heard that and seen that throughout the season. But Eloy Jimenez, who is having just a spectacular second half. I mean, some of the best numbers in all of baseball. He picked up Jose Abreu, 2-run single, another 3-hit game for him, 3 RBIs in the game. Sox continue to put on more runs late into the game. On Saturday, it was A.J. Pollock's first 4-hit game with the White Sox. Andrew Vaughn had 4 hits. White Sox offense in total, 10 runs, 20 hits, 2 extra base hits, and 4 walks on Saturday. Josh Harrison, he had 2 errors. You know, defense continues to be a problem for this White Sox team. Despite their winning ways, there are still holes. And Josh Harrison, you know, sometimes he just misses some easy ground balls to his left or right, and then he will all of a sudden make an amazing play. But he had 2 errors on Saturday. I wonder what's going to happen with him once Tim Anderson, if he comes back, because Romy Gonzalez is playing some great baseball. Elvis Andrus had another home run on Saturday, and Tony La Russa is back, kind of, sort of. The White Sox released a statement on Saturday. This is what it had to say. Tony La Russa's team of doctors have cleared the Chicago White Sox manager to travel to Oakland to participate in Sunday's pregame ceremony, retiring Dave Stewart's uniform for the Oakland Athletics. La Russa's doctors have not yet cleared his return to the dugout as an active manager. La Russa will travel with the team to Chicago following Sunday's game in Oakland. You know, it should go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. If Tony comes back and he starts managing this team again, you know, I am not going to be rooting for the White Sox to fail just to prove that the difference was indeed Miguel Cairo and Tony should have stayed away. The hope, of course, is that the team can continue the good vibes, the energy, the attitude, the having fun, the winning ways in spite of Tony returning. If he does, a few hours before Sunday's game, according to Bob Nightingale, when it comes to his return, Tony La Russa said he was uncertain. Tony La Russa also said he doesn't want to be a distraction to the team while he's on the mend. He will travel with the Sox back to Chicago, but will rely on the experts. Hey, if you don't want to be a distraction, just don't return. Just simply stay in Arizona, continue to rest and get better. I don't understand that, you know. Here's another interesting quote from Russa to wrap everything up. This is what he had to say at the end of everything, his time with the media. Quote, "If we lose today," meaning Sunday, "I won't get on the team plane. You think I'm kidding? I'll get a car and then I'm going to drive back slowly." And I am telling you what, there are a lot of people that are hoping that he was true in that statement. The Sox indeed lost on Sunday. We'll cover that. But interesting stuff from Tony La Russa. He made an appearance with the team, interacting with the team, and they ended up turning in a lopsided loss to end the series. Tough to sweep a 4-game series, and the Sox found that to be the case on Sunday. I am going to tell you why the Sox are still in good shape despite the lopsided loss. More on that in a moment. Okay, Sunday, Tony La Russa with the team. Sox lost 10-3 to the Oakland Athletics. Coming into the game, Johnny Cueto 2-0 with a 2.06 ERA in 5 games in his career in Oakland. He beat the A's on July 30th of this year. Cueto has pitched in exactly 7 innings in each of his 5 career starts against Oakland. And I'm telling you, I thought for sure the Sox were going to finish up this 4-game sweep, especially after Saturday. I felt like you had that lopsided just drubbing in game 1 on Thursday. You had the emotional win on Friday that took them to Saturday. Then I thought, you know what, they were just going to tie it up and finish this off on Sunday. You had Johnny Cueto on the hill, looked at those numbers, feeling good in Oakland. It wasn't to be. Cueto, very human. Cueto gave you 4 2/3 of an inning, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. He gave up 7 runs, but only 5 of them were earned. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, a home run. His ERA now at 3.09. He threw 84 pitches. Lambert, he pitched an inning, 3 hits, and an earned run. Little unlike Jimmy Lambert, what we've seen recently, and Graveman, an inning, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. So a tough day for the bullpen. Lurie Garcia missed a ball in foul territory, and Oakland made him pay and made the Sox pay. A sloppy game defensively, things that, maybe weren't marked as errors, but, still hurt the Sox. This is something that they have to figure out how to get solid down this stretch. It's been nice that they're out hitting teams. It's been nice that they've had the power and the home runs, multiple home runs in games. But in these games, especially against Cleveland coming up, and even Minnesota, they are going to have to be solid defensively. Sox offense of Sunday also fell asleep. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 extra base hits. Abreu, Jimenez, and Pollock were the only players to get hits on Sunday. So the Chicago White Sox went 5-2 on the West Coast. Again, if you were to say to me, hey, the Sox on this 7-game trip, 3 in Seattle, 4 in the haunted Coliseum, Sox are going to go 5-2. I would have taken that. Yes, you want the sweep. Should have got it against Oakland, but 5-2, I'm happy with that. Taking 3 of 4 from Oakland in Oakland, not bad. Sox have an off day on Monday now and need to stay hot against the 61-80 Colorado Rockies team. You just got to assume that Cleveland will not help you out. The White Sox need to keep battling, having fun, and believing that this division is theirs for the taking. Thank you so very much for making this podcast part of your daily routine. You can find the Locked On White Sox podcast absolutely everywhere you find your podcasts. We are on Twitter and Instagram at Locked On Sox. You can find me on Twitter at Nick_GGTB. Hey, thanks for making Locked On White Sox your first listen. Now make your second listen the Locked On MLB podcast. MLB expert Paul Francis Sullivan brings humor, passion, and unique perspective on every team and the biggest stories around the league. Follow the #1 daily league-wide podcast, Locked On MLB, on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up in the next episode, I will get you ready for the Colorado Rockies series and Michael Kopech. Really appreciate you making time for the Locked On White Sox podcast. I'm Nick Morawski. Until next time, go Sox.